So let's see. So basically how it will be. So let's do some flex things. Flex bootstrap .html. So I'll just copy some rows. Otherwise, I need to write it. Copy something which I have already have did this. So basically, I think I need to copy script and link with respect to the bootstrap, which are from bootstrap. So the bootstrap, I'll just go live. So let it open. So you are seeing one of three columns. I'll just apply some styling so that you will have something like previous. So some padding, everything kind of in style tag. So we have this, fine. So we'll apply some border. So we'll have the border separations. It's separated, now it's fine. So now we have the columns, but how they're exactly? They're text center. The container centered means everything will be centered. If I remove that, might not be applicable. Format documents. Format. Now let's see, we have justify content end. Why it's not applying? Justify content end. No need to apply. I think Bootstrap will auto apply. This is what, right? Flexible. 1 second. Justify content start. Let's put this. Put down there. Let's do this. Pretty. Now just remove this. Let's see. So remove text center and let's see. Add one more column. Okay. Align items. Let's put align items center. Align items space between. Let's check this. Flex. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no. Directly we have CSS like Bootstrap classes.
ఫ్లెక్స్ లో ఏ క్లాస్ లో డిఫైన్ అయితే ఏ బిల్డింగ్ లో డిఫైన్ అయితే దాంతోనే జస్టిఫై కంటెంట్ వాళ్ళని ఐటమ్స్ సెట్ అయిపోయి
అవును.
మీకు కంటైనర్ లో ఫ్లెక్స్ ఇచ్చింటే అందులోనే నెక్స్ట్ డివిజన్ దానికి పడుతుంది.
దీనిలో కాదు చూద్దాం. జస్టిఫై కంటెంట్ ఏంటి కదా, ఐ థింక్ ఇట్లా వర్క్ అవ్వదు ఇది. సో what we do, we'll just copy something. Another example. So flex column MB3 means 3 columns. I think it will apply 4. We have this column 3. Flex column reverse 3 to 1, 1 to 3. ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ రివర్స్ ఉంది. 1 second. మనం వీటికి స్టైల్స్ ఇద్దాము సో దట్ వీ కెన్ సీ సమ్ డిఫరెన్స్. Let's know. So basically we have these differences. Flex row means the same row. Flex column means it will be aligned as columns. Normally how we'll be having flex direction row, flex direction column. Directly we can use this. This is flex SM row. Flex SM row means small screen, small mobile device. MD, medium devices. For medium devices we can use that, like how we have breakpoints SM, LG, XSL. So these are the breakpoints. Directly instead of applying justify content row like flex direction row, flex direction column, directly if you are using deflex, it will apply flex. Now if you are using flex column reverse means that will apply flex direction property, right? And this is with respect to the medium device 3 width means 4 columns you can write, means in the same row, not more than that. It will occupy 3 of the column proportionation, means we have 12 columns, right? You already know. Among that 3 will be occupied for each division. So that is the thing. Again I need to remove this. So this is one. So what I will do now, I have 3, I just put 4. So now what, flex row, flex SM row. So it's small screen, we have row. Again what I put, LG row. It will take the large screen row anyway. So that width is same, so it will be occupied the same. We can give some 12. It will automatically delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still we have 8 only. It might occupy 12. If you are giving more than width, it may occupy that. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No need to give the next one. Let's see, try to give the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is adjusting automatically. We need to remove that one. Mostly it will occupy 12. If it is occupying more than that, right? So then it is adjusting, congesting. So its relation is 12 only. So with respect to 12, we need to count. So that is flex direction. And it's the same. We have align item center and justify content center. We have justify content. So that directly we have this justify content start, justify content, and justify content space between justify content space around. So for which we want to do, we want to do the for the whole division like this. Let's see, justify content start. So since we have many elements, we can't differentiate. We will take only few elements. So you can take the difference. You can make the difference. So if I put justify content end, let's see what happens. It will go to end. So instead of justify content is horizontal axis, which is the main axis. Align item is the cross axis for flex direction row, right? For column, it will be reverse. Main axis will become cross axis will become main axis. So this is what this one. All this will be here only. You just need to start around. Once you start, right, everything will be for MD medium screen, for SM small screen, LG large screen, XSL extra large, XL extra large. Align items the same way. We have align item start, align item end. It's nothing but a flex box. We are just using that. You can again use align item start and align items end. You can apply this. You can give align items end, but it will apply for the cross axis. Since we don't have the different columns, we cannot differentiate that. Since we have only one row, only justify content you can see that. Otherwise, you can't see that. Let's give something. Flex justify content. And so what I will do, flex, I will give like this flex LG column. Let's put this. Let's go to top, whether is it wrong. Let's put flex row directly. Put flex column. Yeah, so this is working now. Since it's main axis, it's cross axis become main axis now. Align items end is working because it's column, it will be main axis. If you put align item start, it will apply for starting. Again, if you align items center, might be it will be centered, right? So align item center will works on horizontal axis. If it is flex direction column. Otherwise, if it is flex direction row, align item center will work for the vertical axis. Now, align item center will not work here. It will work for justify content center will work for horizontal. So that is what main axis and cross axis. So basically, so that is one. Justify content, grow and shrink. It will automatically grow and shrink. If you just see this, grow by 1. So if I just, it will automatically grow based on the screen sizes. Normally, if screen width is this, it will automatically grow and it will shrink. That's it. So that is automatically is growing. If I don't give that property, even the screen size is decreased, right? It will be in the same proportion. So now we put grow, then only it's growing. Otherwise, it will not grow. It will give the same proportion. See, even the screen size is decreased, why it should decrease? It should become the 70th%, right? 70% it will occupy. No, right? It's not occupying because we put the grow. It's automatically grow and shrink based on the screen sizes. We can give shrink grow. Align items. Align items start, align items end. I think we already did this. Flex wrap. So whenever you decrease and increase the size, right? It will be wrapping up its size and wrapping the content basically. If we decrease the size, means width might decrease. So since you are wrapping up, that particular context which is there in the same line, that will come to the next line or not. If you do wrap, that will overlap the border. If you do wrap, that will come to the next line. That is wrapping actually. Wrap, reverse. Align content. So what you focus is, I will just written here. I will just write here. So you no need to focus all the things. If you focus, you will confuse. The thing is, you are what you need to focus. First, flex direction. But finally, we will not use Bootstrap flex and grid. Remember it. We will use our own flex and grid because those will become issue whenever internet speed is down or something. It will not able to download the content. So flex direction, a row or column. Next, justifies and justify content. Justify content center space between and again align items. right? This is property. So display. So you know display flex. Display flex are great, right? Again, so flex grow. How much it should grow? Till 1% or one means 100%. 1.5 means 150%. Flex shrink. Flex wrap. No wrap or wrap. Flex basis. How much minimum width you should have? Only this you can focus. Apart from that, and again you have gap, column gap, row gap you have, right? You can mention that column gap, row gap. Finally, combinedly we will use gap also. So this much is enough. You don't focus more than this, otherwise you will be confusing, because there are many things. As a fresher, you don't want those many. Even experienced, you want only this, not more than this. Okay. So Bootstrap, you can use it as a part of practice, but Bootstrap alone you will not use it for flex and grid. You will use Bootstrap for pop-ups, popovers, models which I just discussed, and image carousel if you want, and buttons. And again, buttons you can just resize or recolor based on your website theme. Our website theme is blue and gray, right? Splash and white color. So based on that, I want to change my colors anyway. So I need to apply again some CSS. So what we need to get from Bootstrap is faster development for navigation bar, for buttons, for input types. That's it. And even badges, you know badges, right? Notification badges. So faster development for all this, but you should not use all. If you use all means something will be messy. Flex and grid, no need to use from Bootstrap, but you have those. You no need to use, we can create our own. Otherwise that will mess up our code. So that is what all about the last module. You just practice that. Uh, I think I forgot to tell one thing. So uh, I use column, for example. I use column MD4 or column MD6. You know, MD4 means it will take 4, 3 means it will take 3. So that is what offset. Just to put some row. Just put some 3. Yeah, so basically what is happening, you can give call for, it will apply. If I give call 3, 1 column is remaining. I'll just put call for again. So let's see. Here we got the columns basically. We applied CSS for what? We apply for call also, so that we can see the difference. So we got it. I think we have call 4, right? Yes. So we have 3. So if you want to give margin left automatically, which we will call as offset. So that offset will have MD. I can put like uh, MD4. So now it is coming to the next line, because what is happening if you give offset, call MD4, call 4, like if you give MD or LG, with respect to the offset of the screen size, it will give some margin. So since it is giving some margin and all, those 12 columns are not enough to be in the same line. You got it right? Since we have only 12 columns, if you give margins and padding, 12 columns will be overlapped, means it will go more than 12. Then it will come to the next line. If you are using offsets, make sure you are using right. Otherwise, those should fit in 12 columns. If it is over, means beyond 12 columns, it will go to the next line. So that we need to take care. But anyway, we will not use most offset, but there is a feature of offset. Just check offset. But offset will not use it much. But I'm just telling you whether we have that offset columns. This one. All small screen offset, large screen offset, and MD for medium screen offset. Offset. See, we have this, right? Call MD3, offset MD3. So since it's only 3, it will occupy more than that. Let's see the same example. This one. Call offset MD3. If I remove this offset MD3, what might happen? It might come where? Call MD3. It might come in the same line. Again, if I remove this, it will go to the next line. So if you give offset means make sure you are giving the right width. If your width is beyond our column limits, then it will come to the next line. This is little bit confusing. So you need to check like this. So where is this? So, yes. For mobile, tablet, desktop, if you column SL, it is large. It will occupy this much. If you give for LG, it will occupy this much. If you give call SM, it will occupy this much. There are many things, but I don't suggest you go with this. If you go with this, you'll be here only for the whole month. You will be looping, but only focus on call 4, call 3, call 1, which will be like 4, 3, 2. Again, call, it is automatically getting. If you give 6, right, you already know 6 will be automatically adjusted with respect to the width. Again, call 2, call 3 if you want to give, because it will take only 12. More than 12, it will not take. You already know. I will just again give that same example. Class equal to row. So now if you put div, class equal to column. So call 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got this? How many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you give 13th one, it should come to next line because 13 columns we cannot adjust. It's getting actually scroll bar. Means 13th column, you will get scroll bar because it will not adjust in the same. If you remove this, it might have 12 only. Where it is getting scroll bar. Somewhere it is getting. Somewhere due to some margin or padding, it is increasing the size. But if it is getting scroll bar means you need to understand the width is already beyond your column limit. Column limit is only 12. If your limit is going beyond, it should come to the next line. If I put call 4, call 4, call 4, almost 12 columns is already finished here only. It should come to the next line. See, 3, 4 is already completed. So other things came to the next line because it's already overridden, means it's beyond the 12 column limit. This is only the main example you need to understand. If you put call 3, I think it might get 4 columns, right? Not more than that. So those 4 columns already it got. Others are coming to the next line. This is only the first principle. This is only you need to remember first. If you give columns, again 12 columns will automatically adjusted. Again, if you give one row inside, see again inside column 3, I can give one more division, which is the nested division, which is nested column. I can give like this row. Again, inside this particular row, this row will be equal to 12 columns. You already know, right? 12 columns. 12 calls, right? Again, what is the width of these 12 calls? Call 3, right? It is equivalent to call 3. Means this call 3 will become row inside that. Again, inside that row, you can give 12 columns again. If it is overriding that particular width, it will come to the next line. You can give nested rows and columns like this. You got it, right? So that is what nested rows and columns. Again, see, I have a division. For example, I will draw something. How to analyze this? This analyzing is important. I have something like this. I have a website, so which I have this. Again, inside that particular website, I have one part. Again, we have another part. So this is one image and this is one image, which is of like this. Right? Right? Again, I have this small topics here. Right? Again, I have small topics here. So now let's think how you can do this. This is of rows and columns only, nested rows and columns only. You can do this basically. It's nothing but you already know, even calendar also we have rows and columns of 1, 2, 3 to 31 days. That is also rows and columns only. Otherwise, it will be like a table. Since it's having only small values, there you can follow tabular structure, table TD and TH values. Here you need to have a structure kind. So that will be rows and columns. So that how can you divide? This you divide the whole division into, it's almost nine columns. It's occupied. Its width is almost 9 columns. This width is almost 3 columns only. Now again inside these 9 columns, you have 3 rows. 3 rows, right? Every row will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. Means call two will have 6 call twos. Call 2 means 6 to the 12. So that's how it will be divided. How many nested number of rows and columns we have? Every single horizontal you will take it as a row. Every single element inside that particular row you will take it as column. Only that principle you can follow rows and columns. That will be aligned properly. So now look at any website. Go to Dell.com or even Amazon.com. So just analyze the website, how many rows and columns it is having. So that we want to understand finally after learning all this. Now let's see here. We have a division. These divisions are nothing but call force. Call force 3 times. It is having some space, something, or even call 3 times which is having margins both sides. So that will be occupied. If it is more than that, it will come to the next line. Again, inside that we have rows. Rows which is having 2 calls. That's it. So 2 rows with 2 calls means 1 row with 2 calls, again 1 row with 2 calls. Like this. How exactly like this? So 1 row. Class equal to row with 2 calls. You class equal to call. Again, 1 more call. Since it's automatically given, it will automatically occupy the all space because it's dynamic, right? Call is dynamic. Based on screen size, it will automatically occupy. So this is 2. Again, here also like that. Again, here also like that. That is divided in such a way. On top, again, we are mentioning H2 or H1 tag with the bold letters. Again, this is also same. Again, here image carousel. Inside image carousel, we have rows. First column will be having images, second column will be having this one. Maybe it's display flex, or we can do anything. Display flex, align content center, sorry, what flex direction column simply. So that will come one by one next. So one is image, next one is paragraph, and next one is paragraph. This paragraph is in red color, which is having button already. So you can also divide this. How many divisions we have? This image carousel. Again here it is image carousel, which different images. Again this is also image carousel. Again this is again the divisions, call fours or call threes, only three. And again these two are rows which is having two columns. In these two columns it is having image, below that it is having some caption. That caption we can use span, or we can use paragraph also. So that is fine. Again here we have image carousel. Almost Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce will use image carousels most because they have many categories. Almost divisions, rows, columns and all. Even it is carousel. This is also carousel. This is also carousel, but instead of image, it is having the card. We know, right? Card. So instead of image carousel, it is having card. Card, you know card, right? We have this card. It is having this card every time instead of image carousel. That's it. Finally, this is justify content center for main axis. The whole division. It might be in the division. It is centered. Button is having some background color, and it is having some anchor tag. On top of that, below we have footer. These are centrally aligned. This might be divided into rows and columns. So it is having some margin left, margin is having. And everything is a link here, which is an anchor tag. This content, I can say paragraph. It might be paragraph. Inside that we might be having span of links. That is text center, means text align center. So this is how you try to create Amazon homepage clone now from today. So tomorrow I will discuss interview questions, and we'll start with JavaScript, because for placements, batch 3 means previous batch, it is there, 11:30 batch. They already completed JavaScript by today. So I will be providing interview questions, because if you're going for interview on the next week, somehow, if you have, then they will ask for JavaScript also. If you complete JavaScript, then only it might be possible to get interviews. Otherwise, you will be failing. But I will try to cover something, at least declaring variables and writing some programs in Java or JavaScript. How you write in Java or Python, right? Which you know. So the same way I will just make it up till Friday. Means tomorrow only I need to do that. Otherwise, I need to do again on Tuesday after election. So before that, I will upload all the questions, and I will release the app also, so that you can see the questions. Yes. Yes, that's all for today. Any doubts, guys? Just go through this Bootstrap. Not much, but just to understand concepts, because Bootstrap again we will not use much. Only basic things which we will need, I will use that. We just include. Otherwise, we'll not use. Grid will almost we don't use it, but sometimes based on that.